Morning, Arthur.
Arthur? Hey, Arthur. Can I have a quick word?
All right, girl. Yeah. Out of the way!
Welcome. Your first time in my shop? Looks like you're taking care of that weapon. Good to see. Well, if that gun ain't shining, glad you take care of what's yours. Make sure you got enough rounds for it. That gun seems to be well taken care of. Always good to have a full stock on ammunition. Well, if that gun ain't shining, glad you take care of what's yours. Looks like you're taking care of that weapon. Good to see. Interested in engraving some? Make that weapon your own. I'd keep away from the butcher's sausage. There's a reason he keeps the price so low. Been a mite suspicious about the new faces in town. Rhodes is welcoming to be sure, but we can't just let all types have their way.
Let me see what's available. Move out of the darn way!
I don't want no trouble. sir. New in town? Don't miss the tobacco, just behind the door there. Oh, that's the whole range. Okay. Trouble at the woolen mill down the way there. Seems there aren't many good folks without enemies these days. This here store's my whole life. That's why I drink. Anything else?
Thanks, partner. Okay, girl.
Of course, of course. Oh, and here is my dear friend, Arthur Callahan. Boy is a hunter. Boy is a killer. Arthur, you've met but not been introduced to Mr. Oh, I'm so sorry, Sheriff Gray.
How are you doing, sir?
I'm fine.
Tough business you boys had.
We did?
Oh, there's no need to pretend with me, sir. Life can be tough.
So it can.
And no man knows.
Liquor never dulled a good man's senses. Arthur, you ride with the deputy. Bill and I will follow.
Archibald?
How are you?
Pretty good.
And your friend is behaving himself?
Oh, yes. I think he's learned his lesson.
Congratulations on becoming a temporarily deputized citizen of Scarlet Meadows County. Most towns just get bounty hunters to do their dirty work these days, but Sheriff Gray believes the law should keep the law. Now, I'm sure I don't need to remind you, there's a chain of command here.
There is?
Dang straight there is. This is a dangerous business, but follow my lead and you'll be just fine.
Sure. Hey! Archibald wants to remind us he's in charge here.
Of course.
Who else would?
With them Anderson boys, and I put in a very good word with the sheriff on your behalf.
We appreciate that.
We rounded up the others soon after. I'm pushing for the rope myself, but that's by the by.
So, these moonshiners.
Not just any moonshiners, Braithwaites. I told you about the Braithwaites.
Pretty sure you did.
Old Cotton family had a fortune at one point until, well, a few changes in the labor laws. Now they're dealing in moonshine. We found their stills hidden all over Lemoyne. Quick as we destroy one, another one pops up. You could call it a pitiful fall from grace, if they had any grace to start with.
I have no time for tax dodgers.
Not to mention the fact that Catherine Braithwaite has a rather expensive interest in thoroughbred horses to maintain.
But I heard something about it being gold these families were fighting over.
Well, that's the rumor. But the Greys and the Braithwaites think the other stole a fortune from them. But it happened so long ago, I don't know for sure if it's true.
Must be tough being rich, huh?
So I imagine.
That badge rather suits you, Mr. W.
Yes. I thought so too.
Does it feel good to be back at it? Serving your country?
I wouldn't go that far.
Whoa! Whoa! Hold up. You see that wagon?
These damn flies. I swear they got it in for me.
You could try washing once in a while.
No. This must have happened recently. Hey, come have a look at this. Hey, you should see this. Look, suit and tie, one bullet clean through the forehead. Well, my money says this is the handiwork of a gang called the Lemoyne Raiders.
Yeah, I've run into them.
Let's see if we've got any identification. Okay. We should get going. I'll send someone over here later to clean this up.
Dangerous business, the life of a lawman, isn't it?
Appears so.
I'm just glad we got Archibald here to show us the ropes.
Would you mind taking the reins? I want to have a look at these papers.
Sure.
I'll direct you. Okay.
Watch out!
Okay. Frederick Mitchell, Lemoyne State Legislator. Would you mind taking the reins? I want to have a look at these papers.
Sure.
I'll direct you. Okay. Frederick Mitchell, Lemoyne State Legislator. Poor feller. Hey, slow it down a bit. Yes, this certainly smacks of the Raiders to me. Bunch of ex-Army Free Staters without an ounce of respect for the law. Go right at the crossroads.
Yep. Not the nicest fellers in my experience.
They're right again here. Hey, hey, not so fast! Trash begets trash, my Uncle Reginald used to say. He had a few stories, let me tell you. Town preacher and town sheriff. Could drink a sailor under the table before breakfast. He had one tiny hand, like a child's, on the end of a grown man's arm. But anyway, this tells you what kind of people the Braithwaites are, selling moonshine to murderers. Here we are. So what was I saying?
Something about the Braithwaites, I think.
Even saying that word makes me sick. Now, anyone we find here, we bring in alive, understood? Round them up. Then take this operation down for good. Come on. Let's see what we're doing. See? What did I tell you, boys? What did I... said this place was crawling with vermin, and we just found ourselves the rat's nest par excellence, as they say in Paris. My aunt, she went to Paris back in '78.
How are we gonna handle this?
Well, the way I see
Actually, let my friend here decide. He doesn't have your fine way with words, but he is definitely the for the job.
Let's split up. Arthur and Bill, me and Archibald. You boys want right or left?
We'll take the right.
Let's stop these filthy, degenerate tax dodgers. The cheek of them.
a fine idea.
Hush!
Remember what he said. We need them alive. Let's just knock them out and then tie them up.
Got it, Deputy Williamson.
Forget the rider. Don't round him up later. Get the other one.
We'll take the right.
Let's stop these filthy, degenerate tax dodgers. The cheek of them.
A fine idea.
Hush!
Remember what he said. We need them alive. Let's just knock them out and then tie them up.
Got it, Deputy Williamson.
Forget the rider. Don't round him up later. Get the other one.
You wait here. I'll deal with him.
Okay. Make it quick.
We'll take the right.
Let's stop these filthy, degenerate tax dodgers. The cheek of them.
A fine idea.
Hush!
Remember what he said. We need them alive. Let's just knock them out and then tie them up.
Got it, Deputy Williamson.
We won't catch the rider. Grab the other fella.
Think you take this one, Bill.
With pleasure.
Anthony, where you at, boy?
gather them up.
Just drop him with the others. I think that's it.
Well, what do we do now?
We better destroy all this. Any of your boys can handle explosives?
Sure, anyone but him.
So, tell me about the...
That is the last time I'll mention it, I swear.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Well, years ago.
Arthur, we got some trouble here! This fight'll be your last! That was a close one! Give me a hand with these bastards! We're putting you out of business! We're taking blood for everything! Put your mama in the same damn hole, cocksucker! Look out! We got more coming up! We paid good money for that! You don't mess with them! Some freeze on that one! Hope you're staying in the fire! Let's find Dutch and get out of here.
Fine by me.
Come on, Arthur. I'd rather not be here when their friends notice the shine's on.
Well done. Well, forgive me, but me and my men must return to our lives. Ah.
Okay.
Should I stash this somewhere near camp, boss?
Yes, show it to Hosea. I'm sure he can find a use for it. Bit of trouble back there, Arthur?
Ain't there always? From what they was yelling, I thought
Old Archibald didn't ask too many questions, so neither should we.
I ain't planning to.
That was worth the effort, though. Deputized and hiding in plain sight. These lawmen, these two families. I mean, I really think we can play this from all sides. It's got Hosea written all over it.
This is starting to sound like the Young Dutch again.
What do you mean, young Dutch? I'm as strong as I have ever been. Hey, you know what? Why don't I race you back? Huh?
Okay, you're on.
That's the spirit. Okay. On my word. Set, go! You never were much of a rider.
We'll see about that. You okay there, old man? Yep. Bit more, girl. Come on. Come on. Bit more. Push it, girl.
Oh, I am sorry, son.
Well, spare the gloating Dutch.
Oh, I'm not a gloater. Why would I laugh?